Taurus, how are you? Welcome to the channel and to your reading, Taurus. We are going to connect with your energies for these days. I remind you that these are general readings, so I am going to ask you to take what resonates and applies to your situation. What does not, you let go. I'm going to connect with guides and masters to see what is written in the sky for you. Let's see what they tell us. Consult your moon and ascendant sign as well, because it allows you to see something more. There is a situation that will make you travel inward, right? Travel from within yourself. It makes that deep exploration connect with your inner voice, with your soul, and you can discover something that has to do with your feelings, with your life mission, with your true nature. Delving into your psyche will make it possible for you to materialize something from that place. So you have to follow that inner guide. You have to follow that path that is indicating for you to walk at this moment, that impression that comes from nothing more, nothing less than your soul. Let's see what the angels have to say, Taurus. These readings are general, so they may resonate with you at times and not at others, but beyond that, if you would like to address your specific situation, you can schedule a personal reading with me. When you do it through the website, you will always see the address here in your video, and you also have a comment pinned on your sign so that you can easily access the page. Well, your reading starts very interestingly and continues even more interestingly because it begins with progress and also ends in transformation and a change, right? That is why that guide or that inner voice that is leading us to that direction has a lot to do with it, because ultimately, the Knight of Pentacles speaks to us of a conscious and responsible movement toward a goal. Ace of Pentacles is a resource that you may be needing at this moment that comes from something tangible, concrete, that brings with it a practical solution, right? It can be money, it can be work, it can be opportunities, it can be a relationship, it can be someone who is deciding to move forward to consolidate something, who is going to propose to you in a responsible way, and that for you can also be understood as a resource. Be that as it may, I feel that this week for you is going to be a week of luck, because the Ace of Pentacles is exactly that. It is luck, it is expansion, and it is a new beginning. Imagine that if you are opening doors to the new and you are changing certain ways that no longer resonate with you regarding the management of your finances and your resources, your time and your relationships, this is something very interesting that presents itself and is announced, because you free yourself from restrictions. You free yourself from situations even from the past that were complicated regarding this and did not allow you to access these resources. Because it is approaching, you are expecting this. You are intuiting it. I am confirming it to you that a very enriching, very favorable future is approaching for you. And you are also acting in a more conscious and more precise way because reality is showing you something else. And furthermore, your will is aligned with this reality. So since you are not resisting this divine guidance, which is an internal guidance, this makes it possible for it to emerge, for it to open up for you, and for you to feel the support from the sky, for you to feel this material support, that you can concretize this progress and elaborate all those plans in an organized way as well, because there is a Knight of Pentacles regarding money, regarding work, regarding your trade, your career. Everything you want to do that will yield you money. Someone may be approaching you in a very reliable and stable manner to propose something significant to you. This is someone loyal, someone who is completely devoted and committed to giving you something that you will also perceive as highly favorable. This arrival serves as a clear indication that your long wait is finally over and that the fine details regarding this entire matter are now beginning to be ironed out. You are stepping into a phase where everything you have been patiently anticipating is coming to fruition. You can feel the shift in the energy surrounding these plans as they start to take a much more concrete and solid form, finally coming together just as you had hoped. Imagine if it is a relationship, something that is going to be structured from what is a very promising beginning to advance, growing day by day and working day by day for it. Also, what could be a business or also you, right? Clearly, these are cards of Pentacles, and they are speaking to us about your very finely tuned progress at this moment. It is a good week for you to map out that project and also begin to reap a harvest of your own. It may be that your current situation at work directly changes and you receive some type of promotion or advancement, and you begin, to move differently, not only because you have resources, but because you have proposals that make that possible. Look, the Three of Pentacles is a very convenient card when we want to consolidate things regarding work projects, and we are, committed to conveniently participating in the expansion toward other people as well, aren't we? And you have a Wheel of Fortune, and you have the Two of Wands card. I told you that this week is a week of luck for you, and the Wheel of Fortune is confirming it. You know that things change, right? They change cycles, they change situations. Today, what may be holding you back within a few hours may be accelerating, right? And what has to do specifically with your pocket, with your work, with your economy, with the meetings you may get to have, which are going to be very productive, accelerates. With the promotion, as I tell you, that they may propose to you, or you may conveniently show talents, virtues, and aptitudes in that project. From what is that elaboration? Maybe that you are waiting for this opportunity, like that job opportunity, that opportunity also for certification to present yourself or apply for a job position. Or it may also be that you reconcile with someone successfully from what is this proposal and a conversation, right? A very interesting conversation about how issues are going to be fine-tuned in a relationship. If that is the case from here to the future, because there is an expansion, it is a future vision where it will be evaluated what is done with what this person proposes to you, right? Whether it is conveniently on a material level, on a life level, or on an emotional level, because the Two of Wands puts you in front of what are options, right? And evaluations. You may be sealing a proposal you evaluated, right? Now, during this week, you might already be planning what the future could hold based on what you see taking shape and what it is pushing you to do. You are setting the stage for what is to come next, aren't you? So it is convenient that you already start adjusting your agenda, that you already see on safe ground the steps that you are going to be taking. Imagine that here what you are doing is materializing a dream. And that dream makes it possible for it to expand and for you to grow with that by virtue of other people or another person if that is the case. Because here there is an opening material opportunity specifically. And since it is a situation that will require planning, you are going to do it, the successful planning, because you are going to feel that there is a great reward. And look what you have here, a wonderful card like the Wheel of Fortune, which is indicating to us that everything moves. Where does it move towards? Towards the prosperous future. It moves and evolves so that your things change and they can renew something at the level of work so that that investment consolidates. Because this can be something that comes from a time of being worked on, Taurus. That is why it speaks to me of what can be ventured, of the people who make it possible for this to move. Imagine that there is an Ace of Pentacles. So that is the resource that can come from the hand of that person who ventures to evolve so that your life changes at an economic level. Or it is a very opportune moment for the right people and proposals to arrive that make your economy evolve. Same if we are talking about a relationship, there's a relationship that evolves towards what is a shared happiness and it becomes more dynamic. And you can be, well, they're seeing how you do to intend this, right? Well, this person is proposing this to me. I already stand on the security that this person offers me because obviously there's an Ace of Pentacles. So that is going to be very stable. And I have to see that everything that is offered to me is presented to me in these circumstances, moves in my favor. That is why it is truly a moment for you to take advantage of it and live this change, this dynamism in the most adventurous way possible, in the sense that there is no indicator that is speaking to us of blockages or obstacles. You are coming out of an adverse and complicated situation where in some of the cases they had even frustrated projects, plans, or a relationship. You return to recover hope, especially because you finish a cycle or start another one with a lot of success. It announces that thanks to that change that you are making, freeing yourself from past restrictions, life is rewarding you for concrete actions. You are being very successful in making decisions. So what happens is that you are reaping your harvest. That which you sowed is also giving you fruits, and you are receiving precisely that support, that help, that very important resource that enters your life that you obtain and that you consider as a highly favorable gain. Whether you invested something previously and that investment is a great reward, or that difficult chapter of your life is finally coming to an end, it is time. And surely you are in a moment where the change is positive and takes you to success and good fortune. So everything will show itself truly favorable, truly favorable. Perhaps the way this person appears surprises you, or the things perhaps as they happen also, because they can change a little according to how you were expecting them or even imagining them. But really for you, it is a moment in life that brings you a lot of growth that has to be taken advantage of. Well, the number 3 is very important. To understand that it is a moment for you to be able to create as a team. You have to be open, receptive to developing yourself with other people. Number 3, number 30. In reality, right, you are going to show your originality. As I told you, your innovation, I don't know, whatever you can innovate, because there is an excellent opportunity that they are going to be communicating to you. But you are also going to be a bearer of excellent news. That great talent you have to showcase is exactly what you're going to use for this situation. It is time for you to truly shine. Therefore, transmitting your ideas, transmitting your feelings, and feeling yourself also, or placing yourself in the attitude of optimism and the positive, because that is what is going to be motivating others as well. The more imaginative and creative you are, the much better all this is going to turn out. So let's trust and let's decree so that this beautiful energy accompanies you.